There is a place very close to you, a place easily accessible in a serene environment with adequate security. Ade Super Hotels Limited is the place with the state-of-the-art facility, spacious car park, air-conditioned rooms and suites with modern toilet facilities, standard swimming pool, well-stocked indoor and outdoor baths, boardroom for corporate meetings, halls for all kinds of events and parties, a gymnasium equipped with up-to-date facilities, restaurants that provide local and continental dishes with special services for banquet and buffet. Laundry services are also available. At Ade Super Hotels Limited, you are assured of 24 hours power supply as well as best ever reception that you can imagine. Ade Super Hotels is located at Elisha Road, PO Box 3028, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 0803 440 4358, 034 206 855. Email adesuperhotels@yahoo.com. Website www.adesuperhotels.com. Ade Super Hotels Limited, hotel with passion for maximum comfort.
Welcome to Weekend Grill, the program where we'll celebrate people, culture, and events here on the Nigerian Television Authority, Nta Akure, your dynamic station. On our lineup tonight is the 55th anniversary of Kosheonto Church, Akure, which brought together worshippers from far and near who came to appreciate God for the journey so far. Weekend Grill will also bring the final journey of late Pastor Joseph Ademeso, who lived an inspiring 98 years, and still celebrating life the journey to eternity of late Mama Dorcas Oyibade held at Odode Dore. We also come your way. These stories and more after this short break. I am Abiola Ario. Welcome back. First, our news segment. The Nigeria Customs Service Ogun 1 Area Command has intercepted over 1,165 parcels of cannabis sativa worth about 10.4 million naira and handed over the contraband to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) in Ogun State. Hakim Jimo reports that the controller in charge of the command, Mohammed Shuaibu, handed over the illicit drugs to NDLEA. The report.
While presenting the scorecard of the command since the beginning of this year till date, the controller, Nigeria Customs Service, Ogun 1 Area Command, Mohammed Shuaibu, promised to consolidate on the achievements in 2024. He explained that the breakthrough recorded by the command during the period under review includes 2,002 bags of 50 kilograms of parboiled rice.
These seizures include 6,180 pieces of cutlasses, 6,375 liters of PMS, among others. The intercepted items during this period bring the total duty paid value, that's DPV, to 77,476,195.
The controller identified the successes recorded in 2024 and in January 2025 with robust interagency synergy among sister security agencies, hence the handing over of intercepted cannabis sativa to NDLEA.
This includes 780 parcels of coconut-sized cannabis sativa, 225 parcels of book-sized cannabis sativa, 160 parcels of bread-sized cannabis sativa.
No doubt, the attendance challenges and their multiplier effects have a great impact on our security, economic, and social life of our nation.
The customs boss, who appreciated stakeholders, including traditional rulers, community leaders, and the media, for their continuous support in the fight against smuggling and other inter-border crimes and criminalities, assured that the command will not relent in performing its statutory duties. From Idiroko in Ipokia local government area of Ogun State, Hakim Jimo, NTA News.
And on sports, Remo Stars extend lead in the Nigeria Premier Football League to 9 points after a 2-1 win over Sunshine Stars on Saturday. With details and more, let's join Suleiman Musa on Sports Updates.
Remo Stars have extended their lead on the MPFL table by 9 points after beating Sunshine Stars away by 2-1 in the only MPFL fixture on Saturday. For Sunday's fixtures, Kano Pillars will host Bayelsa United, bottom place Nasarawa United tackles Niger Tornadoes, Heartland will be up against Rivers United, Akwa United will play away to Abia Warriors, and Plateau United welcomes 3SC. Action continues on Monday as Lobby Stars are up against Eyimba, Ikorodu City take on Rangers, Bendel Insurance will play Katsina United, while Ekanemi Warriors travels to Kwara United. To EPL, Nottingham Forest has bounced back from last weekend's humiliating 5-0 defeat to Bournemouth by thrashing Brighton 7-0 at the City Ground Stadium to register their biggest Premier League win. Everton have continued their winning streak under David Moyes' second spell at the club by beating Leicester City 4-0. Bottom of the table Southampton, who have not won a match since November, beat fellow strugglers Ipswich Town 2-1. League leaders Liverpool maintained their title charge after overcoming a stiff resistance at the Vitality Stadium by beating Bournemouth 2-0. All goals scored by Mohamed Salah to take his tally to 21 goals. Wolves recover from last week's defeat to Arsenal by beating Aston Villa 2-0. Elsewhere, in an effort to improve the quality and flexibility of continental football, the Confederation of African Football (CAF) had adopted regulations similar to that of UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Europa League players registration regulations. CAF, in an adoption, had changed the existing player registration regulations of the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederation Cup to allow football clubs to register a player for the Champions League or Confederation Cup who has participated in either of the CAF competitions for another football club within the same football season. This means players are no longer restricted to continue to participate in either of the competitions for their new clubs, even though they have played in the competitions within the same football season for their former clubs. With Sport Update, Suleiman Musa, NTA News.
This is Weekend Grill, where we celebrate people, culture, and events. We shall be back after this break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back. You can also watch us on our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube at Nta Akure. And to our Weekend Grill stories with songs of praise, heartfelt testimonies, and a spirit of gratitude. The members of Kosheuntu Church Akure came together to mark a major milestone in its journey of faith at the church auditorium. After 55 years of preaching the gospel of hope and love, the vibrant church celebrated its anniversary in style, honoring the past and embracing the future. Faith Eke was there for Weekend Grill.
The atmosphere was charged as members of Kosheunti Church celebrate a major milestone. Years of love, laughter, and service were remembered in a joyous and reflective ceremony, which began with a prayer session as members sought God's guidance and blessing for the church's future endeavors. The pastor Henry Ojo in his sermon reminded the congregation of God's unwavering love and faithfulness. His message was one of hope and encouragement, urging members to remain steadfast in their faith and to continue spreading the message of love and redemption.
Every one of you have enjoyed the miracle of the Lord and the wonder of God this time, you must know the reason why God delivered you. Don't always look for the benefits you are going to gain in this ministry. Look to the reason why you are delivered.
The anniversary continued with a Thanksgiving service where the representative of the governor, royal fathers and members of the church danced to the tunes from invited music ministers, showing forth God's goodness and faithfulness in their lives. A memorable aspect of the celebration was the sharing of testimonies, as members of the church shared incredible stories of total healing and miracles, while others spoke on their expectations from the program.
This is the venue where we come to pray and we make a request and also make a vow along with it. And God always answers our prayers through this program. And my own expectation is that by next year, I want to have bigger testimony.
God is really working in this Kosheunti anniversary, even in the prayer meeting. There are so many people that are see the wonders of God and His God manifestation in their life.
Ọlọ́run wọ́n dáre wọ́n fún gbogbo ènìyàn ó dẹ̀ ń tún ìdí òun já ìdí kò sí ohun tí ẹgbẹ́ dé Kosheunti Ọlọ́run yẹn Ọlọ́run bá dàrí àṣẹ ohun tí báláwo ò lè ṣe Ọlọ́run bá dàrí àṣẹ.
The General Overseer of Kosheunti Church, Pastor Paul Obadare, and his wife Florence Obadare expressed their gratitude to the congregation for the love and support over the years as they encourage members to remain committed to the church's vision.
I advise from everywhere, Ondo State, Osun State, wherever state you come from, people come all the time from different states. I also want to encourage them to keep coming. They have to come and experience it themselves. There is nothing much I can say today, but if they come, they will experience God for themselves, and they will go back and bring other people to where they will receive their own deliverance.
God allowed us to escape out of the kingdom of darkness, and there is a purpose for making us to escape, and the purpose is for us to have an encounter with Him so that He can send us on a great message as His vessel to the whole world.
The theme of the anniversary is supernatural escape from divine encounter, giving the members hope of becoming more strong in Christ and also reflecting on the church's remarkable journey.
And now, celebrating life, the prayer of every parent is that good children should succeed. Then, this prayer was answered as the children of late Pastor Joseph Ademeso, who slept in the Lord at the age of 98 years, organized a befitting burial in his honor. Our correspondent, who was in Idore, Ondo State for the final burial ceremony, now reports. A life lived worthy of emulation, love, and generosity, not just for one's family, but to all, were some of the tributes in memory of late Pastor Joseph Ademeso during the farewell outing and Thanksgiving service at the Christ Apostolic Church, Okeshegun Irowo in Odode Dore. In a sermon, Pastor Joseph Ajala, the superintendent of CAC Alade Donri, admonished the congregation on the topic, "Short is the number of years of men on earth." The man of God reminded the congregants that there is a season for everything in life, urging them to seek the kingdom of God and ensure they have salvation, as it is the only way to inherit the kingdom of God.
Baba wale lo 150 years. Suga kúkúrú sí ni o. Níwájú Ọlọ́run. Torí pé ibi tí a ń lọ ojú ayé yìí lọ, a pè ní ayé.
Prayers were offered for the families of late Pastor Joseph Ademeso, while the congregation joined the children in thanksgiving. Though different testimonies from the children about late Pastor Ademeso portrayed a life well spent.
My father was a loving man. He was caring. He had a lot of wisdom. He had integrity, and he was someone that liked to help people.
I will always say one thing. He was my very good friend. You know, I usually will call him and chat with him. I really miss that.
Honestly, words are not enough to describe how my dad is. I think he's a superhuman being. Somebody that I love so much. Integrity, wisdom, resilience, hard work. You know, he's a loving man.
He was indeed like a father unto me. Very nice man. A man that believes so much in God. And he loves me as a son. And surely I will miss him dearly.
I really missed him because anytime you come to him for maybe if you have an issue and you come to him, he will make sure that he will sort you out. Not through his power, but through God. He will make sure that he will sort you out. I really missed him and I love him so much.
The beautifully decorated reception venue hosted guests to different delicacies as a live band dished out sonorous songs, even as the children took turns on the dance floor. Late Pastor Joseph Ademeso was born on the 30th of September 1926. He started his primary school education at St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School, Alade, in 1936 and finished at Methodist Primary School in 1948. Due to his brilliant performance, he was employed as a teacher in the same school in 1947. He left teaching job in preference for the Nigerian Police Force in 1950. Late Pastor Ademeso served in numerous towns and cities, which includes Lagos, Benin, Calabar, Abeokuta, Akure, among others. He retired as the Assistant Commissioner of Police in 1983. Late Pastor Ademeso during his lifetime was a good Christian, a good family man, a good church leader, and a community leader. He is survived by wife, children, and grandchildren. Against the backdrop of death being inevitable, Christians have been urged to live a life worthy of emulation in line with the gospel of Christ. The admonition was made at the funeral and outing service of late Mrs. Dorcas Oyibade, who slept in the Lord at the age of 90. Helen Indubisibu was there for Weekend Grill. Now reports.
Worship and praises filled the air as family and friends of late Mrs. Dorcas Oyibade converged in her house at number 63 Okeodunwo Street along St. Joseph Ododo Idonre to bid her farewell as she transits to the great beyond. The officiating minister, Pastor David Ayodele, in his sermon admonished family, friends, and guests to continue the God-fearing legacy of the deceased.
We must do what is good in the sight of the Lord, in the sight of the people, So we must do what is the right according to the Bible. The Bible let us know that everybody will die. Surely, anytime the dead shall come, and it can take off anybody. So, but whatever you did when you are in life is the word that agent will record for you. The Bible says that God, Jesus Christ is coming back, so to come and take his people. Then when he's come, then he will take the people that is the right, the one that is doing good, the one that is doing the wrong thing, he will leave them. They will go to the hellfire. So to avoid the hellfire, we have to give our life to Jesus Christ and do what is good in the sight of the Lord and the sight of the human being.
The remains of late Mama Dorcas Oyebade was interred in her compound as family members, friends, and dignitaries paid tribute. Late Mrs. Dorcas Oyebade was described by her family as a woman who was filled with love and never hesitated to share the love to everyone around her.
I wish Mama a good grace in the presence of God.
My mother is not the first, no. If they talk, if they don't first like this, the 40 hours, they don't come out for a night. He not fight. And that's, he like to go church from time to time.
My mother is a good mother. She always take care of children. Secondly, is careful and we like to the church every Sunday by Sunday.
You taking me? But you are in school. No, she will come share plus the commission back after them. It was so that you go. The people in school, if you are Jamie, don't like your call.
Guests later converged on St. Joseph Catholic Grammar School in Donre, where they were treated to a hearty reception amid delicious delicacies while listening to melodies from a live band. Late Mrs. Dorcas Oyebade is survived by children and grandchildren.
Still celebrating life, family, friends, and well-wishers gathered at Prayer Center Church of God, Nta Akure, to bid their final farewell to late Mama Rachel Ayoni Adebayo, who departed this world at age 86. Abdulkarim Ahmed was there for Weekend Grill reports that the well-attended ceremony highlighted her impactful contributions to her family, loved ones, and our community. The report.
The final journey to eternity of late Mama Rachel Ayoni Adebayo began with a Christian week keep at her residence where solemn hymns rendered filled the air, lifting the spirits of the congregation and creating a reflective atmosphere. Glowing tributes rendered the air from far and wide, highlighting late Mama Rachel Ayoni Adebayo's unwavering dedication to her family and those around her.
We have gone children of Grandma, and Grandma loves every one of us equally without one leaving anyone behind.
Bàbá kan wá kí bíbí báyìí, bó ti lé tó lóun gbọ́ pé ìyá kú, ó láti pe ọmọ ẹ̀ tó bẹ ní US. Wípé màmá àti bọ́dá lọ ìyẹn ké lọ́hùn-ún, bí bàbá bá ké bí tọmọ náà tún ké lọ́hùn-ún, ó fi ipa tí ìyá, ó ní ìyá mi sọ fún bàbá àpò olóòjọ́.
Màmá ní ìfẹ́ ìwúwọ̀,
The church service came alive at Prayer Center Church of God in Ichoka, which was well attended by family members, friends, and well-wishers who all came to bid their farewell. Hymns and songs were rendered to God to give thanks for the life of Mama Adebayo. In his homily, Pastor Felix Aluko encouraged the congregation to emulate the devotion of late Mama Rachel Ayoni Adebayo to God and humanity, emphasizing the importance of living a purposeful life.
Before you know it, the field has to parẹ́. Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn mi ìwà náà mo sọ̀rọ̀ bàbá ọmọ ti lo ayé tiẹ̀. Ó sì lò ó wu ènìyàn. I want to encourage everybody. I want you to be very mindful of what you do when you are living.
At the Thanksgiving, the family were joined by well-wishers and friends to appreciate God's faithfulness for the life of their matriarch. The final dust-to-dust rites were performed amidst tears and solemn emotions, marking the final farewell to a matriarch who was loved by all. Late Mama Rachel Ayoni Adebayo was remembered fondly by family, friends, and well-wishers in the community as a loving mother who loved everyone.
My mom can be described as an inestimable jewel, highly industrious, very caring, very loving. I'm short of words to describe her.
She's a very loyal friend. That I give to her now. And she's a passionate person. The passion drives her to embrace everyone that comes her way.
Ìyá mi jẹ́ èèyàn pàtàkì kan, èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọmọ gan. Bó ṣe kú gan ó dín ọlọ́ta mi, but kò sígbà tí èèyàn ní kúrò lórí ẹ̀, kò sígbà tí ìyá èèyàn wà tí ò ní lọ. Ó dùn mí gan, ìyá tó dẹ̀ dáa ni. You know, Grandma will tour all around the house of all the grandchildren to visit all the grandchildren, to see our great grandchildren, you know. And at the end of the day, Grandma will still bring gifts for us.
Reception followed the service with the family hosting guests to celebrate the life of their matriarch, as guests were treated to meals, drinks, and music from a live band to liven up the occasion. Late Mama Rachel Ayoni Adebayo, popularly known as Iya Alakara, was born into the family of Ajahu Ashafa and Mama Sofiat Ajahu Ashafa of Imoru Compound, Iwo, Osun State in 1939. She was the last born of 7 children and was amongst the pioneers of the early ministry of Evangelist Samson Oluwamodede of Prayer Center Church of God from Orioke, Bashiri. She is survived by children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren.
And that's our package on the Weekend Grill this week. We thank you for watching. I am Abiola Ario. Good evening.
Hotels abound everywhere. But when you're looking for a cozy, comfortable, luxury, and environment that will take you to the zenith of your expectations,